Man, I had to take my dunce cap off. I recorded a whole entire video and I had my audio muted. So I had to start all over and go right back to square one. This is one of the reasons why I don't do live videos. Well, several reasons. One, I'm just not that important. If I did a live video, I'd probably get one or two people to watch. And I like pre-recorded videos. I can correct mess ups. I can, fix little things here and there and try to put out as good a quality video as I possibly can. Maybe at some point, if the channel grows and I get big enough, at some point I'll do lives. I just personally, this is just my personal feelings. I feel like it'd be a little narcissistic. Like I don't have a big enough audience to warrant going live. Anyway, I picked up Ultimate Spider-Man number 5. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see it? Yeah, Ultimate Spider-Man number 5. I've been enjoying this Ultimates run. The one thing I said in the video that got recorded and with no audio, there's people who legitimately do not like the Ultimate Spider-Man run. Get it. What I don't understand that's been going on in a geek space a lot lately is people who are angry at you for liking something they don't like. I don't understand that. We're all going to have likes and dislikes. There's people, I'll tell you, I don't mind disagreement. There's people who in my comments, they'll tell me whether it's a Rippaverse video or something else, yo, that's garbage. I can't believe you like that. Yo, I don't mind that. That does not offend me. If you want to go in my comments and tell me whatever it is I'm talking about or I like is garbage, you won't offend me. We all have our likes and dislikes. I understand that I tend to like niche things. So I'm almost assured to like something that the majority of the audiences and the spaces of the internet is going to say, you know what? This dude has lost his mind. This is trash and I don't like it. Ultimate Spider-Man, even though you don't see much of Spider-Man at all in this number 5, the thing I don't mind, and a lot of people have criticisms about this, I'm kind of the opposite. In this book, you get to hear a lot of the backstory of the Osborns. You get to see what was going on that leads up to the events that are playing out, and I like that. It's that it gives you a little bit of that backstory that kind of reverses and then brings you back up to speed, and then things start to make more sense. You get a little more context and a little more detail zoomed in just a little more, like, oh, this is why that happened in that book before. For that reason, let me say this. I've seen some of the criticisms of Yaira number 1. Look, people are welcome to their criticisms. We are human. We all have, as I said, likes and dislikes. You may perceive a thing in a way that I did not perceive the thing. You may have an issue with the thing that I don't have an issue with. I've heard some say that the action was a little chaotic and they couldn't keep up. Maybe it's just me, and it's very possible it's just me. Maybe I'm special, autistic, whatever you want to call it. I did not have that issue. Seriously did not have that problem. I thought the pacing was perfectly fine for me, and the action sequences perfectly fine. Didn't have a problem. Also, I found this shocking. Now, look, I am the Rippaverse is a company that can defend themselves. They don't need my defense. But I do think, I have a sneaking suspicion, not all, there are people, again, in my comments that do not like a lot of these books, and I welcome those comments. Thank you for watching my videos. Seriously, thank you. I appreciate it. I have a sneaking suspicion that some people who offer criticism are criticizing just for the sake of the hatred. Look, there is a large portion of the internet that, especially YouTube, that rage farms, right? This is not the kind of content that I make. If you say something in my comments that you don't like and I tell you I appreciate you engaging with the channel, I mean that. I'm not upset that you don't like the things that I like. I'm not going to like the same things. And I'm really excited that you took the time out to, I'm some random dude on the internet talking about geek stuff. Who am I? I'm nobody. And you took your time out to both watch my video and content. I appreciate that. Watch it, comment, dislike, share it. Share with people and tell them, yo, this dude is bugging. I don't know why he like this. This is trash. Listen to what he's saying. He's, whatever. Do it. I appreciate it. I really do appreciate the engagement. But I think some of the criticism that Yaira got is purely based on hatred. I saw a stream and I watched some of it where, and look, I'm not gonna mention people's names and try to make this a rage bait back and forth. I'm just saying I believe we would do better to offering. There's some people who have offered legit criticism, like, yo, I like the book, but here's the things that I didn't like and some things that I think were missteps. And you could tell, okay, yeah, this is an honest critique. I heard someone say that the art was trash. Now, look, I'm not telling you that Deborah Carita is Jim Lee, but I'm telling you her art is far from trash. Far from trash. This is some of the best art I have seen in comics. Now, that might be subjective. Maybe it is. In my humble opinion, some of the best art I've seen in comics. And I think it's unfortunate that it seems like the Rippaverse is not getting a fair shake. But yo, it's not going anywhere. I do not think this company is going anywhere. I think the ability to pull in talent, like legitimate, like industry professional talent, is proof positive that they see something, right? That doesn't, professionals are not always right. They get it wrong as well, but they see something. And the one thing that I've noticed, and again, this is definitely not an attack. I appreciate everyone who's commenting on the videos. I've noticed a lot of my comments with heavy critique, I'll typically try to gauge, well, is this person an artist? Are they a writer? And a lot of times they are. Fans judge things differently than other creators. My goal, this is my goal, is to maintain a fan's perspective. I am not a creator. I am a random fan on YouTube discussing comic books. That's the approach I want to take. I don't want to approach this like I'm some pro level writer that's going to pick apart the script, or I'm some pro artist that's going to pick apart every single line. Here's my gauge. Was it visually pleasing? Not was it perfect. Was it visually pleasing? Did the story keep me engaged the entire time? Then I'm good. This is what I feel with the Ultimate Spider-Man run, in my opinion. The art is visually pleasing and the story is engaging enough that it keeps my attention. That is enjoyment. It doesn't have to be perfect in every way. Look, you could probably argue, we all probably have our subjective opinions of what books we think are perfect, but are they really perfect though? I'm sure somebody with a keen eye and a keen sense of script can look at it and go, well, nah, the art right here, or the story right here should have been X, Y, and Z. So look, there's going to be some bad things within comic books that you don't like, but let's keep it fair. Like let's have honest conversation and honest debate on what is good and what is bad. There are other channels that do the more negative, I would say, more spicy kind of content, and I enjoy some of those channels. It's not my thing. I want to have real, true conversations with less animus. Maybe a pipe dream. Maybe I'm just, pie in the sky, but I'm gonna at least make an effort.